Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Illustrator and the Shape tool to create clouds that look similar to these. Let's get started. First, create a new document. Go to File, New, choose Web. I'm going to call this Clouds 2 with my name. And I will go ahead and do 1280 by 720. Make sure it's pixels, leave all the rest of the defaults where they're at, and click Create. In my blank document, I'm going to grab the rectangle tool or press M on the keyboard, click and drag a rectangle from my background. I'm going to set the stroke to none, X on the keyboard to bring the fill forward, and I'm going to open my swatches by going to Window, Swatches. And I'm going to choose this blue color, but it's a bit too bright for me. So I'm going to go to Window, Color, and that opens Color and Color Guide. So if I click Color Guide, I can just choose one of these tints. I think that looks better. Now I'm going to look up here at the top of the screen on the right hand side and click Layers. Open this little side arrow by clicking on it, and right here where my rectangle background is, I'm going to click in this blank area to put a padlock. That locks the background so I don't accidentally keep clicking it and moving it. Next, I'm going to switch the rectangle tool, click and hold on it, and switch it to the ellipse tool, or you can simply push L on the keyboard. I'm going to change my fill color to white, and I'm simply going to start dragging out some overlapping circles. And if you want to move the circles around, click on this dot in the center and you can move them. You can also move them by switching to the selection tool. So once I have a nice group of circles drawn, I'm going to use the selection tool or V on the keyboard and draw a selection around all of my shapes. Now over here in the Properties panel, I'm going to go down to where it says Pathfinder and choose the first selection, choose the first button, which is Unite. And I think I'm going to make my cloud a little larger by pulling on the handles. And there we go. There is a Shape Tool cloud. Now I'd like to show you how to do some interesting effects with the stroke. I made another set of clouds right here to play with. So I'm going to click the first cloud and X on the keyboard to bring the stroke forward, and I'll choose maybe this kind of nice lavender color. Now I already have brushes open. If your brushes aren't open, go to Window, Brushes. And I don't have very many defaults, so I'm going to open some more brush options by going to this little side menu, clicking on Open Brush Library, Artistic. I'm going to choose Chalk and Charcoal, and I'm also going to choose Artistic, and I'm going to choose Watercolor. And you feel free to experiment with others. So I will try maybe this brush right here, and I'll just go through these until I find one that I like the way it looks. And I kind of like that one right there, but I do think that the color is too bright. So let's try there. I think that looks better. I'm going to click off to the side. All right, now let's go to this cloud down here. And I will go to my swatches. Maybe this one I'll make a darker blue color. Oh, And I could go through these watercolor brushes until I find one that I like the effect. That looks kind of interesting, but maybe a little bit too dark. Yeah, that looks really cool. Now let's go to this cloud, and I'm just going to keep playing around. Sometimes it looks neat if you just leave it white. So I'm just going to click on it, leave it white, and that's kind of a cool effect. You can also change the size of the stroke over here. So I could make it larger or a little bit smaller. Yeah, and the last one, maybe I'll make this one a nice pink color and just kind of go through my different options, trying different things out, getting different effects until I find one that I like. I kind of like that one, but it's a little bit too bright for me. So I'm going to go to my color guide and tone it down a little bit. All right, and let me reset my palette locations to get, there we go. And that is finished. Have fun, everyone. Make sure you save your project and turn it in so that you get credit. That's it for this video.